All right, so we're here at 4004 Pinckney. And it's hard for me to be over here. I've been into a lot of neighbors I know. I love it. So my friends used to live here, and they used to go collect rocks in Colorado. So this one, what? These are real Colorado native rocks. Aren't they cool? I have one similar to this at my house, but bigger. So the landscaping just offers a little something kind of cool, right? A little different. Just wait till I show you what's up on the deck. So we're across from Elawooten Park. I'm going to be quick. I don't want to get anybody in the photos. But Elawooten has one of our pools over here and a really big playscape. So the pool was just resurfaced. It's ready to go. Oh, hold on. You gotta know your schist. Anyway, the pool was just resurfaced, so it should be good for many more years to come. So the previous sellers, this is really cool. They built this deck and it loops around over here to a ramp. So it's completely ADA accessible. The neighbors next door were gracious enough to let the ramp be partially on their lot. And it's such a cool color and such a neat house. Right, we're gonna go inside. Big porch here, right? You have a lot of porch sitting options here. Big, big space. This door, oops, sorry y'all, that was my finger. I'm real good at taking pictures and cameras, you know. So this door, this screen door was custom made for the home. It's got these owl cutouts here and screens. It's super cool. Fits this really neat curved door. So that's a neat feature that you don't really find elsewhere in the neighborhood. There might be a couple more of those of the same creator, the custom door, but not quite like that. This house, we walk in and we actually have a little foyer, a little space on the inside, and a beautiful sitting room over here to the left. And what we'll do is we'll finish with the primary, which is right off the entrance to the right, but we'll go through this living area first. So super nice. We have this set up over here as like a little reading nook, but it could really be anything. A nice little seating area. There's a gas fireplace, which is really nice. It's a nice open floor plan, but the kitchen's still tucked away if you kind of want a little bit of privacy, which is neat. So some built-in shelves over here. And a mantle. This is kind of, a little more traditional style, but really pretty. The flooring is just this tile here in the main living area. There's no carpet in this home. The flooring is either this tile or an LVP that we'll see here in a bit. So here we go. There's a ceiling fan, just traditional ceiling fan. There's a little doggy door here, which is super cute. So if you had an animal that you just needed to let out to go to the bathroom real quick. And then this would kind of be your formal dining area here. You could have a pretty significantly large table if you wanted. There's a lot of space. We just put a small one here, but there's a ton of space for a table. Check it out. So you could have significantly more people than just 4. Have a long table there. But you don't want to block the door to the side patio. So even another place to kind of hang out and have coffee. Let's go check it out. Or a glass of wine at night. There's a little, what do you call it, screen there. So another little area. You could put plants out here and they won't get baked by the sun, right? You don't want them baked. So a little cute little addition there to the fence, to the gate. Just a couple more rocks. You know what? Those might be Colorado natives too. I don't know. Could always ask. But just a little side yard here. Nothing fancy. if you needed to put some turf out here for a pet, you absolutely could, as long as you know you want to make sure it drains correctly and it's pet friendly. So we'll go through the screen. It's like a magical screen. And then we're into the kitchen. So the kitchen is, is original. So it could stay that way, or it could use, a new touch. Something that's neat about this one is that they have 2 different types of granite here. So if you don't like it, you could redo it. But I like it. Again, if we were talking about rocks, this is cool. There's like little garnet pieces in this stone. And we've got a wall oven and microwave, and then a refrigerator. But tons of storage, tons of cabinetry. There's cabinets above, here, below, just tons of space. No soft close though. Remember, this is in the original section of the neighborhood, so things aren't really soft close. It just wasn't a thing at the time when this home was built. So let's say you wanted to redo everything, you could, and then you could have your soft close cabinets if you wanted. And the kitchen sink is here in this island. It's not a giant island, but it's kind of the perfect size for prep, or if you had some guests that just wanted to hang out. Dishwasher here. And then, don't look at the trash. I'll take that out. Trash, and then cabinets, drawers. Really good space in this property. Good storage. Pantry's a good size. That is cool. There's a plug in the pantry. So you could plug something in, maybe that needs recharging. Maybe you have one of those immersible, I don't know, what do you call those things? The immersible thingies? That grinds things. Then we have a little nook over here. And what they did was put in a little cabinet. So you could take this out. This is actually a cabinet that could be moved. So if you wanted this, you could keep it. If not, you didn't have to. And then there's another plug. You could put your coffee maker there. So pretty great options, really. So just a tile floor. And then we come back in. This is a bedroom, 1 of 4, and we have it staged as an office. But with 4 bedrooms, you could do whatever you wanted with the space. It's a good size, generous. And again, here we have this laminate flooring, right? So beautiful. Closets. And I always like to talk about the closets. You can customize these with just just a piece or 2 of alpha to make it maybe even just a little bit more user-friendly, to provide different options for storage. And then right off here, we have 1 of 3 full bathrooms, which is, again, you don't find this a lot in this floor plan. Sometimes it's just a 3-2. So this is a 3 full bathrooms, shower tub combination, toilet, and then just a single vanity over here, with some storage underneath the sink. So nothing super fancy, but a really great option for your guests. So if somebody were staying with you, they have 2 options for a bathroom. Like, let's check that out. So if that was your office over there, you could make one of the bedrooms back here the guest room. And then they would have a whole nother bathroom. Isn't that amazing? So, very cool. And these are just really nice rooms. They're a good size. We've got the high ceiling in every room. Really nice. And then here we've got connections for a TV if you wanted it. We have a ceiling fan as well, which is really nice, and really large windows. Like, they go really all the way up to the ceiling. So much natural light. And then this great closet, like a whole nother walk-in. This one's already got some really great shelving in it, so you don't really need anything else in there. It's incredible. So this 4th bedroom here, we'll check it out. This kind of is the back of the house. So this one could also be an office. Like if you just kind of wanted to tuck away and be further away from the stuff that's going on in the house. Another ceiling fan, another big, generous closet. Let's check it out. Really tall. It's really cool how all of these are just so tall. Lots of opportunity for storage here. So neat. And that's one of the benefits of having a 1-story, right? Because these ceilings can be so tall and there's nothing up top. Like you're not building a whole other story on top. So having a 1-story home is kind of neat for that. Have a lot of opportunity. So, and then we have a 2-car garage, which is delightful. The light's not on, but that's okay. So your hot water heater is out here and your HVAC is going to be up in the ceiling. You know what? I don't know where the light is, so we're just going to be in the dark. So 2-car garage. Most of the properties in the neighborhood have these alley access garages. So this is one, alley access. We do have a few rogue leaves in here, but you know what? Sometimes leaves gotta leave. And just a little bit of extra storage here that was left by the previous seller. Just a few little shelving units here and here. Some of the paint that was used throughout the house, just in case there's touch-up needed, but really nice. Oh, and then the laundry is just kind of back here with the guest rooms. Check it out. The washer and dryer can convey. We've talked about conveyance before. These are non-realty items. They're not attached to the property, but if somebody wanted them, they're here. They're functional, and the seller left them. So a neat little bonus if you don't want to buy them or you spend a lot of money right when you close on your home and you're like, man, I don't want to buy appliances right now. Well, you can potentially get some that convey. We've seen a lot of different options in the houses that we've toured. Sometimes the appliances are here and sometimes they're not. So, and then this is nice. So if you really did want room for another fridge, you could put one here in the laundry room if you wanted and you didn't want it in the garage. But look, there's also a lot more storage. So if you're doing your laundry, I don't know, does anybody iron anymore? I don't know. But you could put an ironing board here if you wanted to, or a folding table. So many options, and then tons of that storage like we were talking about. And this one has the option for a gas dryer. Let's see. So it actually has options for either, because there's the other plug right there. If you wanted an electric, sorry, my finger, there's an electric plug. If you want an electric dryer there, or a gas dryer. So you have options here. This is a clean out. So if you get a clog in your drain, the plumber can just come and snake the drain from there, which is a benefit of modern day plumbing. So then we're going to go back through the kitchen. And there is that view of the park. Again, out those front windows. It's just so lovely. Oh my gosh. The tower, well, has lights on the side. I haven't been out much since it's been past dark. Look. Lights. Okay, let's finish our tour. So we're going to go over and look at the primary. So the primary is off to the right. We have a coat closet here. Again, like really ample storage. Super cool. And then the primary room is just so lovely. Check it out. Again, giant windows. If you really like to sleep, you might need to get some blackout curtains. If you can't really handle light coming in, because this is given the natural light. But it's a very nice size. There's a lot of room in here. You could even, we put a little seating area over there. You could do a desk if you really needed to, or a bassinet if you needed to have a place for your wee bebe. Some cable hookups if people still do that and things aren't digital. But also, again, we've got the park out there. So really lovely. And then the primary bath. Again, everything's pretty original. So, you know, out of the age of the 2000s. And this granite here, this dual vanity, is going to match what's on the island in the kitchen. So I like stones, clearly. We've got this really nice granite. But it is, you know, it's original. Could always be updated if someone so chose. Bathroom. Storage over the toilet, which is really nice. A cabinet in there. And a grab bar in case you need it. Just, you know, handy. And this one, so because we're in the primary, we've got drawers. And we have this extra storage here. Super duper cool. Secondary vanity here. And then a walk-in shower. This is a very nice sized walk-in shower. In really good condition. Even though the tiles are original, y'all, it looks really good. It's got a seat in case you need to sit down. Grab bar is already in place. And if you wanted to pull that off and use it as a wand, you absolutely could. And then this closet, y'all. I just wish I had a square closet. I get so envious with the square normal size closets. We don't have one that is a normal shape. So this is where all your internet would come into the home. If you wanted an alarm system, it would come in through here. The person who just left also put in just a little bit of extra storage, and the seller decided to leave it, which is nice. So, I mean, just so much opportunity, so much storage in this home, which is really incredible. So again, you've got the dual vanities, tons of drawers, tons of space, generous sized soaking tub if you want to soak away your days, joy, and then just hanging out in the primary. We're going to turn off some lights. Just lovely. So much space. And we're just right off, again, the front of the home. Check it out. Now we're back to the beginning and back to the owls. Ooh.